An aircraft carrier is more than a ship, you know. It is a piece of American territory, moving across the world's oceans. A floating city, a military airbase, a powerful symbol all in one. These massive vessels carry thousands of sailors and dozens of advanced aircraft. They can project power, deliver aid, and respond to crises thousands of miles from home. The United States possesses the largest and most advanced fleet of these carriers. Their presence on the water is a clear statement. It says that America is watching, ready to act, and has the strength to shape events. Imagine a skyscraper turned on its side, nearly 1,100 feet long, with a vast flight deck. Powered by 2 nuclear reactors, carriers can operate for decades and stay on station for months. They bring their own sovereign runway wherever they go. In a world of rising tensions, a self-contained force that can deploy anywhere matters more than ever. The first great moment came from a place of desperation. It was April 1942. America was still reeling from the devastating surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. A bold idea was needed. The plan was audacious, almost reckless. Army bombers, planes never designed for such a task, would launch from a carrier, the USS Hornet. Their target, Tokyo. They could take off, but they could not land. It was a one-way trip. Led by Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Doolittle, they would strike and try for China. Spotted at sea, the raid launched early and far, fuel now perilously tight. Despite the risk, 16 bombers lifted into the sky, a stunning feat of airmanship. The physical damage was minor, but the psychological impact was monumental. The raid proved the carrier could project surprise across vast distances, a platform for audacity. In June 1942, the carrier's role was cemented in the decisive Battle of Midway. The Imperial Navy planned to lure the remaining U.S. carriers into a trap at Midway. On paper, the U.S. Navy was outmatched, only 3 carriers, including the battered Yorktown. The advantage was intelligence. Codebreakers gave Nimitz crucial insight. Midway was the target. Instead of falling into the trap, he set one of his own. This battle would be decided by aircraft launched from decks hundreds of miles apart. Initial American attacks were costly. Many shot down without scoring a hit. Their sacrifice drew enemy fighters down, leaving carriers exposed. In just 5 minutes, 3 of 4 Japanese carriers were fatally struck. The 4th was sunk later that day, a stunning, devastating blow. Midway proved the carrier had replaced the battleship as the queen of the seas. From then on, carriers were the undisputed capital ships, the center of naval power and strategy. The wars in Korea and Vietnam presented a new role for the carrier: power from sea to land. Faster, more powerful jets carrying heavier payloads launched from the Sea of Japan. This was the dawn of sustained, high-tempo air operations supporting troops ashore. In Vietnam, carriers became a relentless, around-the-clock source of air power. They rearmed and refueled at sea, sustaining combat for months, floating bases of support. Carriers integrated with Army and Air Force, from close air support to rescue deep inland. In 1991, Operation Desert Storm showcased modern, high-tech carrier warfare. Smart weapons struck specific targets with incredible accuracy, minimizing collateral damage. Night after night, carrier aircraft dismantled air defenses and command networks. Carrier strike groups integrated seamlessly into a complex international effort. They arrived quickly, established air dominance, and ran a precise, devastating campaign. Afterburners lighting the sky became an enduring symbol of American military might. While built for war, the carrier's most frequent missions often involve no combat at all. When catastrophe strikes a coast, a U.S. carrier is often the first major help to arrive. After the 2004 tsunami, helicopters flew around the clock, food, water, medical aid to the cutoff. These missions save lives and build goodwill, soft power at sea. The same vessel that projects overwhelming force can deliver life-saving aid with equal efficiency. In an age of long-range missiles, stealthy subs, and cyber war, critics argue carriers are too vulnerable. But a carrier never sails alone. Escorts and airborne early warning create a layered shield. Ford-class carriers boost sortie rates with new launch systems, powerful radars, and lower signatures. With F-35C stealth and emerging unmanned systems, future carriers extend reach and reduce risk. A mobile, sovereign base that can pivot from relief to combat in hours. That is resilience. For the foreseeable future, the carrier remains the most powerful, versatile instrument of naval power. Bold raids, missions of rescue, the carrier is the ultimate symbol of American power on the world's oceans.